Have you seen their clips of Kai? Kai Cenat is like trying to learn to speak better. I don't know what happened. Dude had some weird pivot, and it's not a bad weird. It's just like out of nowhere. I just know I've been seeing a bunch of clips of him like trying to read stuff, and he's like looking up words as he's reading if he doesn't know something. And there's a lot he doesn't know. And I was getting kind of pissed because people were like making fun of him. And I was like, first of all, I know half of you motherfuckers don't know what those words are either. You stupid idiot, stupid idiot, right? That's the first of all. Second of all, what's wrong with wanting to improve? Like, if you like him, if you don't like him, whatever, like, why are we clowning on someone for improving? The great part is it could influence his viewers to actually do the same thing. If only. Well, guess who's clowning on him? People that are clowning on him are like the stupid idiots that watch him and would probably clown on anyone in school for trying to learn. They were probably just insecure. I'm sure you've all experienced it. If you ever said one correct thing in school, like you gave one correct answer, you'd be bombarded with kids being like, you think you're so smart because you know what green is. Like, they would pick the dumbest hills to die on. The teacher would be like, stand up and read out loud, and you'd sound out some words. It's not even like you know them super well, you'd just sound them out, right? And because you were capable of sounding them out, some kid sitting behind you would like spit on you and be like, you think you're so smart because you knew what the letters were? Meanwhile, you're both like 15. People see anyone do anything that shows that you are at best of average intelligence, and they start freaking out. So I'm not surprised that they see clips of him reading and they're like, you're so stupid and dumb when you don't know these words. You know, I kind of expect it. Hope other people jump in more and give him positive comments about taking the initiative to improve his reading capabilities. They better. He's not just trying to improve his reading, it's more his speaking. He was saying he wants to be more articulate. Like, he just doesn't like the way he speaks, I guess, is the vibe I'm getting. I don't know what he said specifically about it. But yeah, he just wants to sound better. And I'm like, that's great. Makes sense with him still being such a public figure. Look, I'm just gonna say it. You know, Speed started being nice and people were like, holy f***, and they started glazing the shit out of him. As they should. Because whenever you see someone improve, you should absolutely start being like, oh my god. Because that's the only way to have young people look at it and be like, I want to do that too, right? And I think other streamers are starting to look at that and be like, oh, maybe I want that. And I hope that starts a trend because I cannot stand a lot of the shit that's on streams right now. Very obnoxious, very, like, not good for the youths and all that. It'd be nice. He's an interesting case of probably growing up at the same time his audience started growing up. Yeah, and it's not like he's still not occasionally a dickhead. He does like some stuff where, like, you know, he's just loud for content or whatever, and it's sometimes a little disruptive or something, but he's not like going out of his way to harm people. Or if he sees someone who looks uncomfortable, you see him adjust immediately, right? He's more and more self-aware. And that's really what I care about, that people start doing more of, you know? Like, they don't have to be perfect, just put some damn effort in to be considerate, and that's it, you know? Every live streamer's a minor dickhead sometimes. Oh yeah, or like, when we say things, it comes across really differently than what we mean a lot of the time. Like, we're not given that luxury that YouTubers and other public figures have of being able to prepare stuff ahead of time. Like, everything we do is off the cuff for the most part, and that's, you know, that's all tough. Says viewers are literally all children who lose his audience when they grow a conscious. You don't know how to spell conscience. See? This is why you should support what he's doing, because you don't know the difference between conscious and conscience, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but he's trying to improve himself. And the thing is, you're not like 100% incorrect, but you also kind of are. Here's the thing. His viewers are young. But what's happening is, it's not that like he's gonna lose his audience when something blah blah blah. What's gonna happen is they're going to get older, and some of them are still gonna be dickheads, and some of them are going to grow up and get, like, you know, normal. Right? They're going to become very normal people, and they're going to outgrow him is what's going to happen, which is what usually happens to streamers. So the thing that he should be a little more scared of is them leaving because they grow up. So like we were saying with Speed kind of was growing up along with his audience a little bit, and the pace of him maturing has been happening at the same pace of his audience maturing, if that makes sense. So I think more likely if he doesn't do this, then they're just going to outgrow him, and they're going to look back and be like, what the f was I watching? But yeah, I think he's just going to deal with his audience outgrowing him if he doesn't try to wisen up a little bit. And I think what happens is you just see it, like, you know, you stream one day, and instead of everyone laughing at you making fun of someone for like their weight, now they're just like, whoa, not cool, dude. You see more of those comments, right? So at some point you look around and you're like, uh-oh, my audience starting to be not cool with this, right? But I think that's what's going to happen is a lot of the streamers that do like that style of content that you guys can't stand with, you know, being loud, being dickheads, whatever, that's all that's going to happen, right? Is they're going to just kind of alienate alienate a lot of people by being like that over time. He's a problem with who he surrounds himself with. Yeah, I think a lot of people make that mistake where they surround themselves with people that encourage a lot of stuff from them that they themselves even probably don't even want to be like doing very much of, but you get very caught up in stuff, you know? And I think with time, people just get frustrated with themselves. So it's tough because you end up surrounded by people that don't want you to change as you were their golden goose for as long as it lasts. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So like you look at a lot of the people that are getting like called out for being annoying kids on Twitch right now and stuff, and they just have friends around them that are encouraging it, but those friends are less popular than them, right? So those friends have a vested interest in having them do crazy shit to be part of some crazy clip and farm that up, and then their friends don't have to take the fall for it. The one who's like the known streamer takes the fall. So those friends will keep them over, and they end up in a cycle of that, which you would hope that they would just wisen up and just be like, this person's not good for me, but it is what it is.